Hey everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. If you're new here, my name's Anthony. I'm a business profit advocate. We interview entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, and people just out here doing cool things. For example, today we're talking with Zak Clayton. He's the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward. He's been doing it for about 8 years now. How you doing today, Zak?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
I can't complain. A bit of a chest cold, so it could be a little better, but it's not too bad. So
Yeah, here in Colorado, so we don't know if we've caught a cold yet, or if it's still seasonal allergies, or if it's just another day.
yeah,
So,
it all feels the same. So
yep,
who
pretty
knows?
much.
So Colorado, whereabouts in Colorado are you located?
I'm I'm in the middle of what I like to call Kansas, Colorado. I'm an hour north of Denver and an hour south of Wyoming. So, Cheyenne, it's a little town called Greeley. You drive 5 minutes, you can see the mountains, but if I look out my door, it looks like Kansas. So it's kind of funny.
I got you. Are you from the area originally? You're new there? You've been there for a
You
while?
know, I've lived here, I've lived in Colorado a good majority of my life. I was born in New Jersey. We spent some time in Germany. I grew up, my school years were in Kansas, Southwest Kansas, where men are men and sheep are kind of pretty. But,
Okay, well, I said it, you didn't. Anyway, so awesome, awesome. What's fun out there? Leave the sheep away, but what's fun in that part of Kansas, Colorado?
look, one of the greatest things about being in the state that I'm in, yeah, and I truly do believe that that I live in the best state in the union because no matter what you do, you can do it, you know, outdoors. I'm a motorcyclist. I love motorcycles. And in Colorado, you can ride no less than 340 days a year. There's only like maybe 20 days a year that it is just absolutely too cold to ride. If you know, and I'm a cold weather rider, so I mean anything above 20, I'll ride. So, but hiking, boating, camping, skiing, of course, snowboarding, all that other fun stuff that people like to do. You know, you're always just a little ways away from being able to do it.
Hmm. Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. It's not even too terrible far from me. It's probably something I should just take a weekend, an extra day and go do because it does look like you guys have a lot of fun out there. So what can you tell us about what you do? What can you tell us about Community Pay It Forward?
Well, speaking of the motorcycle, it was about a decade when somebody decided that they needed my lane a little more than I did, and they ran me off the road on my motorcycle. And during my convalescence, while I went to go try to get a little bit of support for some food assistance because I was laying there with a broken neck, a busted up face, and a broken skull. And I was told at that time that I quote unquote made too much money the previous year to get any assistance. And, I'm kind of a heavy guy. The food that I bought last year, it was gone. It was gone. So, all that money I supposedly made the year before wasn't feeding my son. And these are stressors that unfortunately lead to people not healing properly. These are things that lead to there being more pressure and more conflict and lead to terrible depressions and stuff like that. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to get into um, trying to find a way to help people. Now, my first thought was I was going to get into event planning. Okay. And I started coming up with ways that I could do this. And the thought about doing this lasted about 15 seconds when I realized that, you know what, you don't like people enough to be an event planner because, my kind of events just don't fit the normal person. And so what I do is I love working with small businesses. I love working with nonprofits. I love working with individuals who depend on the communities being strong. And so what we do is we just take and we go to businesses all over the country, small businesses who understand the power of a referral award, giving $5 for a sale, something like that. And we worked with them and we turned that $5, $10 into a donation for people in need, for nonprofits in need, for fundraising, for whatever it is. It's just a way that we can take and turn everybody, give everybody a chance to work together. And when that happens, you turn a sale into something beautiful, which, it's good for you as a business owner. It's great for your community because you're helping people stand up. And it's wonderful for the people in need because they can find somebody to help them out.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. What's your favorite thing about what you're doing? You've been doing it for 8 years. You obviously like it a little bit, so
I absolutely love helping people. I don't buy into the thought that you can't help everyone. I truly believe that if there's enough of us who get together, and I have a wonderful partnership family that agree with me, that if we get together, if we come together, we can help everyone. Can we help everyone with everything? Maybe not. But with the resources, with the partnerships, with everything that we're putting together, we can help everyone do something. And that's our goal. We want to see the people who are unseen. We want to help the people who feel like they can't find help. We want all the small businesses to be able to stand up and go, you know what? We're not as big as Walmart, but we're better because we're supporting our community. We're making a difference right here. We're making a difference in your neck of the woods. And we're doing this just by doing what we do every day. And I just love finding a way to help people.
okay. You have a good example of doing just that, like a good story for that?
One of my favorite stories is when a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, the Darringtons and I got together and we took our cue off Facebook. And what we did was we found this post where it was, if you give us a like and give us a share, I'll break an egg over our head, my head, or whatever it was. And so we said, you know what, let's do something with this. And we told everybody, you know what, you give us $1, give us a share. We get this up to $50. We'll donate the money to somebody. You can meet us out at the Windjammer on such and such night, and we're going to break the 5 of us will break an egg over our head. Took literally 3 minutes to get the $50. 3 minutes. I mean, we didn't even have a chance to discuss who we were going to donate the money to. So I changed the rules a little bit. And I said, okay, you know what? If you get us to 100, then we will draw 5 names and they get to stand there and bust the egg over our head. So, we knew this was going to take a little bit longer. I mean, yeah, $100 isn't so much in the long run, but it's a little bit of money. So it took about 7 minutes and we had the $100. So we knew that we were going to get egg. And on comes the day, and it was only about 20 days out because it was hitting fall and it was getting a little bit colder and this wasn't something you could do inside. But up comes the day and we decided that we were just going to bring in 3 cases of eggs. Okay. Now, if I would have known what the prices of eggs were going to be, I would have sold the eggs and this family would have become, they would have got a lot more money. But we brought in 3 cases of eggs and we just told everybody that, you know what? It's $1 an egg. You guys did a wonderful job, but let's do better. And it worked. 3 cases of eggs. We ended up raising $789 for the family of a little girl who lost her life to leukemia. Okay. And the dad came up to me afterwards, and I am covered head to toe in egg gut. It is just not a pretty sight. Okay, I looked like I got into a fight with an omelet, and the omelet beat me up big. But the dad came up to me and gave me a huge hug, and he looked at me, and his exact words were, "Why did you do this? You don't even know us." And my answer then is the same answer I like to give people now. It's, I don't need to know you to care. I just need to know that you're there. I need to know that you need the help. And that's really what inspires me every day to do this, is to hear from these small nonprofits. We hear from women who have issues, who have had issues that they're standing themselves back up. They went through all the self pity and the fear and the anger and everything, and now they're wanting to stand up and help other people. We have wonderful organizations like Martyred Angels here in Colorado, where John and Teresa lost their 3-year-old boy to a drowning accident. They went to go find PTSD help for a parent, and there was nothing there. They built something with Martyred Angels. We have all these wonderful stories that we get to tell people who they are, what they do, and how they can be there for someone else who's going through difficult situations. And we do this by telling them exactly what you do in business.
That's beautiful. Everybody helping just a little bit or a little bit more, the world would be significantly better off. So it's really great hearing that you guys are out there doing a bit of that. So you've been doing it for almost a decade now. Obviously, you've learned some things along the way. What are some things that you would change if you had to start over today as opposed to when you first started?
You know, there's been a lot of brick walls hit. I'm not going to joke about. I'm not. I didn't start out as a businessman. I didn't start out with anybody or with anything except for being a guy that you know liked to help people, and I hit my head really hard on a fence. But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't take away any of the struggles I've had, because every struggle I've had has led to a lesson. Um, would I like to have had and have now more financial backing to help myself? Why, sure. Would I love to have had the experiences I've had back then that I have now? Absolutely. But would I change anything? No, because everything is a lesson. So, and it's true. It's a true testament to, when you struggle, if you stay down, you stay down. If you get up and dust yourself off, you can move forward. And it's a growing opportunity, and look, it just it you're going to have bumps and bruises, and you're going to have walls put up in front of you, and it's how we work together, how we navigate these walls, how we navigate the pitfalls.
Yeah, that's a great thing to know is, that like you said, not changing the things because you have 2 ways you can look at a problem. It's either happened to you or it's happened for you. So if you come out the other side learning that lesson and not making that mistake again, you're better off by having it than not having had it. So that's awesome. More people need to kind of think of the world that way, where um, it's not a burden, it's a teaching moment. So awesome. So who's a good introduction for you? So if we're out here, we're all talking to folks, who would be like your prime avatar, somebody that would be really benefited from reaching out to you?
It's very simple for me. I'm looking for people who are tired of saying, I want to help, and that's where it stops. I'm looking for the people who want to say, I want to help, and mean it, and want to do something with it. I'm looking for the person who can give us a referral for turning business into sales, and want to see that referral go for more than just a cup of coffee. I want to see people who want to make a change in the way things are. We can talk about how bad things are right now, but talk is cheap when we can all do something about it.
Okay.
We're also looking for people in the nonprofit world, or people who are trying to raise money for something, or just trying to do good for others, and we can be an ally to help you out. And we're also, one of the biggest things that we're doing here is we're building a community of resources for people. Say there's someone in your community who needs help because of something that has happened. Maybe there was an accident and they can't be in their home for a night. How wonderful would it be if we could all get together and we could put up a family one night because they had a gas leak in their home or something terrible like that? that we're able to get this family the assistance that they need immediately and lessen that burden on them. How great would it be that if you had somebody in your community who's going through a mental health struggle and we can say, we've got somebody who can talk to you right now. We're not worried about insurance. We want to make sure you are here tomorrow to find that solution. We're building that resource. And that's probably one of the things I am the proudest of, is that we've got people who are coming up going, look, if you have somebody who needs to talk immediately, give me a call. And that makes me happy because we are losing way too many people to the stressors in life.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. I got you. What's oh yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about that. That's good stuff. So is there anything that I failed to ask that you wanted to mention? Anything, that you really want to get out there that I, hadn't asked you directly about?
This is going to be something that's probably going to be dated in a couple months, if somebody's watching it down the line. But one of the things that we enjoy doing is giving people a chance to connect, giving people a chance to talk to others. Um, Coming up on February 22nd, I have a 22-hour live podcast that goes and we talk about veterans and the mental health and suicides and how we as civilians can help those who gave up a portion of their life to go and serve our country. You know, so that comes up on February 27th or 22nd, I'm sorry. But this year, on December 24th through 26th, we're running a program where we're asking people to come together, no matter what your race, religion, culture, no matter what it is. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's teach people who we are. Okay. Just because one person is Christian, one person is Jewish, and one person is Muslim doesn't mean that they don't miss somebody this time of year. This is a chance for us to get together and understand that, you know what, your blood is as red as mine, and we want to make a difference. And we want to make sure that loneliness is never a part of somebody's holiday celebration. So we're creating a miracle of a community that comes together. And I would love to invite anybody to get a hold of me and find out more about that.
Okay. Even if you are watching this after those events, there's always people out there going to need help. So
Yep.
they should reach out to you regardless of when you're watching this. So what is the best way for somebody to do that? What's the best way for somebody to reach you?
Yeah, I'm going to be, you're going to be showing what's called my For My card, which is one of our wonderful partners. And if you shop with them, you get to donate to somebody. So check out For My card. They're great. You're going to be uh, highlighting that link. But one of the way that they can get a hold of me is simply by email. It's Zak at communitypayitforward.us. That's Zak at communitypayitforward.us.
Perfect. I encourage anybody and everybody watching this to reach out and have a one-on-one. Zach is absolutely the exact same one here as he was when I met with him. So I encourage that for sure. If you are a little shy and you want a three-way introduction, reach out to me. I'm happy to make that for you as well. But if anybody out there would like to be interviewed as well, reach out to me. My link tree is going to be there with all my socials and my calendar link. So feel free to hop on. But other than that, Zach, I really appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing. It's awesome to hear, and really hope that we can find ways to work together with myself and you and everybody else watching this to help make the world a little bit better place. So let's all get out there and go meet some new people and see if we can do exactly that. So I appreciate you coming on, Zach.
Hey, not a problem. You know what? If it's somebody, if you got a shy problem, don't worry. I do most of the talking anyway. So
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll talk soon. You guys have a good one. Take care.
thank you.